When that ball got delivered to you, I was screaming at the TV. I can't imagine what it must have been like when you get the ball and there's all that clear space in front of you against arguably the best team in the world ranked number one. Talk to me about what that was like when you get that ball.
So we sort of like previewed how they defend and stuff throughout the week, and we had certain planned moves and stuff, and we saw in the game how they defended. So we said at half time, this will be on. So I knew in my head just got to be. There was a high chance that Joe Marchant was going to make that break through the middle. So I just had to be there at the right place at the right time. So sort of cheated a little bit and cut through that little line. And then I was screaming at him to give me the ball. And obviously I almost dropped it because he sort of checked me a pass like right here. And then when I got it, I was just like, there's no way anyone's going to catch me here. With the adrenaline I had, I was just flying, and the best feeling, like literally the best feeling in the world. I keep saying to people, like people keep asking me how it felt, and it literally, like, there's no other way of describing it than literally a dream.
We could all see like what it meant to you. It was like a primal scream from you as you. It was something crazy, and the atmosphere in that stadium, mate. Just put into words what that was like, because you've gone from what, like 2 years ago, you was just making the transition from the academy to the first team at Sale, just over 2 years ago, and now where you're at, it's been incredible, hasn't it?
Yeah, sort of how quickly things have happened and things have changed is it's ridiculous. Like I never expected to sort of be like that. Like I was saying, the last time England played South Africa was in the 29 World Cup, and I was literally just getting on a bus after that game to go and play Sale FC on loan. We were all talking about the game and stuff. So like to score a try against South Africa and play in that game and beat them at home at Twickenham literally 2 years later is like, I would have never guessed that.
I could see. I'm not trying to stir any beef or anything here, but I could see you had like a happy with yourself smirk on your face as you go and see Lude at the end of the game. Obviously, he was part of that World Cup winning team, but to get that respect from another national team member who's also your teammate, it's got to feel good, hasn't it?
Yeah, he's not too happy with me, really, is he? Like, I've seen him in training today and yesterday, and he keeps telling me to do one. So
yeah,
he's not the happiest that we got that win, but obviously I'm buzzing about it. So
and your mentor, who has been prominent in the media, hasn't it, since you've been introduced to the first team level, Faf as well. Have you had any words with him over social media?
Yeah, like he messaged me after I made my debut. Got my first cap, just saying like, congrats mate, really happy for you, which is really nice. And then I asked him for some tips against South Africa, and he wasn't giving anything away.
Yeah.
And then I saw him yesterday for the first time in quite a while. I saw him just before I left to go to camp after his surgery, and he was in Sale today and yesterday. I saw him, a big hug, and he just said he's really happy for me. It's just class to have someone like that experience and at that level to sort of gain their respect is sort of something you always want to do. So it's just great.
You could see what it meant to you in the little documentary series that England does after your debut. When you're speaking to the lads in the change room about what it meant to you. You said it was one of the best days of your life. Just in terms of how well you've gelled with those lads in such a short space of time. What's it been like, and who would you say you're the closest to in that England dressing room?
Yeah, I know it's strange, isn't it? Because you sort of go in and everyone's brand new to you, like your fierce rivals, and you play each other at club level and stuff. And then you are probably a bit in your shell to start with, and then once you get to know everyone, you've got similar personalities to you do at club, and everyone's just good lads. And every time you go for dinner, you sit on different tables with different people. You're playing pool with different people, having coffees, and constantly catching up with people like and making new friends. Really, people I was close to, like, got on with all the lads really well. Freddie Stewart, Marcus Smith, Alex Donbrand, people like that, like George Martin, big Trevor Davidson, the prop from Newcastle. And some of the lads I was really close to, but like I wouldn't put my finger on just a few people, because by the end of it we were all really good mates, and it was just a class experience. And I wouldn't say that any of the lads there are bad blokes. Everyone's a class person.
Do you feel that game specifically against South Africa highlighted, the next generation coming through? You and Marcus Smith having such a pivotal part of the game. Obviously, Marcus has done incredible things at Harlequins, but he's still really young guy like yourself in terms of the international stage. With the World Cup coming up as well, are your sights firmly on securing a spot on the plane for that one?
Yeah, obviously, like that is the next step. Is that well, the next step is the Six Nations.
Yeah,
I want to get back to the club now and perform really well for Sale. Hopefully, get a lot of wins under our belt, and then if I get picked for the Six Nations, then that'll be the next focus. But I've got to sort of take each step as it comes. Really, can't take anything for granted really, because people are in and out of the England squad as quick as they're in, as quick as they're out. It's a bit brutal sometimes, but I think if I just perform well with Sale and keep developing my game, then hopefully I can be involved in the Six Nations and the next campaign, and all the way until the World Cup. And obviously the end goal is to play in the World Cup and win the World Cup for your country. So that would be unbelievable. But obviously that comes with playing really well for Sale, winning premierships and winning European trophies, that kind of thing.
Like we've all known how confident you are on and off the pitch in a very humble way. Like last time we spoke properly, you said about your ambitions of representing the Lions one day, way before this immediate England chat was a realistic thing, really. Just in terms of having proven yourself on the international stage now, do you think that you've proven something to yourself as well? Like, look, I can do it now. There's something to show for it from those England games there. I've got to try against the best team in the world. It solidified something in the eyes of the fans and for myself as well.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't really say I've proven myself at international level yet. Like I got 10 minutes against Australia, and I felt like I had a good game against South Africa, but like I didn't do anything outrageous or anything like that. Like I didn't feel like I proved myself completely at international level because I've had very little experience at that level. But it's definitely given me a lot of confidence playing at that level and training at that level week in, week out with some of the best players in the world. It definitely does give you some extra confidence that hopefully I can take into my game at club level. Because like for the first couple of weeks with my knee injury, I wasn't able to train. So watching it, you're sort of watching it thinking like, am I really good? Am I good enough to be here? And then once you train and then you get the confidence back, you're like, yeah, I do deserve to be here. So yeah, it's definitely given me a big confidence boost.
And what would you say your relationship's like with Eddie Jones? Obviously, such a renowned coach in the game. What's your relationship been like with a guy that you've probably looked up to throughout your career so far?
Been really good. As soon as I came into camp in the first training camp, he just sat me down and spoke to me about what he thinks and I think my strengths and weaknesses are, what I need to work on, and I've got all those noted down, and I know exactly what I need to work on to perform for England and perform for Sale, and hopefully just get better and better as a Scrum-half. And he's told me exactly what he wants to see from me, and completely agree with what I need to work on and stuff. And he's just been really good person to have chats with, and to give me confidence, and just to try and learn off. Obviously, one of the most experienced coaches in the world, one of the best coaches in the world. He's coached unbelievable Scrum-halves, people like Will Genya and stuff. So it's like there's like I keep saying about different players and people, but another person that you just want to absorb as much as you can from them.